we want to produce elite athletes. Right, I need to make sure that the resources that I give or that we have in our sport club will help those athletes to be produced. Okay, and also how we go about managing those resources will have an impact on how those athletes will be. Okay, so managing a core product and its extensions. Again, whatever we are managing in our sport club and all its extensions, it has to be to us being successful, making a profit, and also us having satisfaction in our sport. So if we look at the core product that we might have in our sport club, we are also selling online, right? So we are a sport club, yes, we specialize in our athletes, but we also have our online store. Online, we are selling our soccer kits that we have, we are selling our soccer boots. We need to make sure that the management of that leads to us also making a profit. If we're not making a profit there, we need to check. Okay, and then actually, what is resources? So if we look at these 4 different resources that you need to manage, firstly is the human resources. Those are the people that are in your sport club, your staff members, your coaches, your secretary, your chairperson, those are all the human resources. If we look at physical, it is all your assets that you also have, and it's also your facilities and your equipment. Then if we look at financial, that is very easy, that is the money that you are making, that is your budget, and then your information, this is the marketing that you are doing. So if we look at management as a whole, you should be able to utilize the resources. Which resources? It is these 4 resources that you are using. Right. And then administrative functions of management, this is very important. This is how I know that we are dealing with management. There is always planning that I'm doing. I'm always organizing, I'm directing, and I'm controlling. That's when I know I'm doing the management. Okay. Very simple. That is basically the most important that you guys need to know. Then we will see the next 2 slides speaks about understanding management, which is what we just covered. And then the next one speaks about understanding administration. Okay. So if we look at admin, this is a process that supports our management. Whatever we are doing in administration, it is to support our management. So if it is that we are busy sending out emails, that is because my manager came to me and said we need to send out emails to our shareholders, our parents that are in the sport club, our athletes. So it will always work from up. Right? Then it forms a supportive function of management. That is how I know I'm dealing with administration. And then its essential function to handle paperwork this that says forum management versus administration. Okay, so what you guys are going to be doing, you are going to think of 3 examples of management in a sport club, and you are going to think of 3 examples of administration in a sport club. And then you're simply just going to type it down in this forum. When everyone has typed down their examples, we are all going to go and comment on those examples. So when you see someone, isn't it, you guys go on Instagram, the same thing? You go and comment on a post. So the same way this works, someone is going to write down examples, you need to go and comment on one person. So it's not also like Instagram where you say, yeah, I like this, Shah, this is good. You need to tell me whether you agree with the examples. If you do agree, why? If you disagree, if you feel like, I feel like management, the examples are working, but admin, I'm not so sure, maybe do this and this and this. So we are also helping each other out to see what is the difference between management and admin. You understand? Okay, so when you guys click on it, it will open for you, and then you will click on add discussion topic. Am I going too fast? I am. Okay, sorry. So when we go back, unit 1, you are scrolling all the way down. You guys are on your forum discussion.
Great.
And then you click always on that orange heading that you guys will see. And then you should all at least get up to here. You don't even get to here. What's happening? Is it the network? Or it's not opening? Which one is it? We don't understand how. How does it look like you guys are saying? Are you using it via the Google app? Okay, it looks very different. Let's see if we can have the plus sign. Yes. So if you're using the Google app, it looks a little bit different than if you are logging into Google. So I logged into Google, so if I do it via this way, you say add discussion topic. But if you're doing it on your Google app, after you've clicked on that orange heading, it'll have a big plus sign. So you click on that plus sign, it says subject. Subject, you say management versus admin. And then in this block, this is where you will type down your examples. So you will say management examples. This is specifically looking at a sport club, and then you are saying admin examples.
Can you please present
The subject. Okay? So after you guys have clicked on add discussion topic, this is going to pop up for you. Subject, you can just say management versus admin. You can also say VS for versus, whichever way is easier for you. And then in the message, that is where you are typing down your examples. But at least let us know which is which. So you are saying management examples, and then you can type down your 3 examples over here. And then you have the admin examples, and then you type down 3 examples over here. Are we at least all able to get to here? Yes. Okay, that's good. That's progress. I'll take it. You guys can think of some examples of management in a sport club and some examples of admin, and you can type the answers. Are we all good? Are we still struggling? Where's all our phones? Yes, so now we know to
Great,
charge
yeah.
our phones always before class. phone number. After that, we'll just give it a few minutes so that we can go and see everyone that posted where we can go and comment. And then we add. Just giving examples, that's it. Then you post the same way on Instagram, you have your picture, you post your picture, and then afterwards there's that beautiful comment section that we all living in the comments. No, you're not gonna post it. We'll do that next week.